Welcome to Smartwatch Radar. Today we are comparing Suunto Vertical 2 with its predecessor, Suunto Vertical. What's changed? What's better? What's might hold you back? I walk you through price, design, display, battery, navigation, performance, and finally tell you which one might be right for you. I will drop all the reference links in the descriptions. So let's dive in. Price and the positioning. Let's start with how Suunto is pricing the new watch versus the old. The original Suunto Vertical launched as a premium multisport adventure watch. Expect price around $499 to $699, depending on materials and the solar variants. For the Vertical, Suunto's site lists Vertical in those premium tires. The Vertical 2 also comes in a similar premium tire starting at $599. Stainless steel are the titanium versions, and naturally a higher launches price due to the upgraded hardware and the features. Because of these improvements, it carries a price premium over the original. So from day one, Vertical 2 is the position as the top tire successor. It's not meant to be compete on affordability, but to push the limits. Design and display. In design, they look similar at first glance. Rugged exterior, metal case, durable straps, but inside it's a big shift. The original Verticals use a MIPR, the memory in pixel style display, optimized for battery life, always on decent visibility outdoors. The Vertical 2 switches to a full AMOLED 1.5 inches LTPO display, which brings rich colors, deep blacks, and a more smartwatch feels to maps, metrics, and UI transactions. Because of the new display, Vertical 2's visual experience is far more modern than the polished. Maps, data pages, charts look smoother. The trade-off is that AMOLED tends to draw more power. Suunto contrasts that with battery life modes and a more efficient internals. Physically, both watches are large. The Vertical is the substantial watch, and so in the Vertical 2 around 49mm case. The builds are premiums in both steel, titanium variants, sphere glass in many models, strong durability, but the Vertical 2 refines some ergonomics updates internals, making the UI more responsive. Also, internal memory is much larger on a Vertical 2. Charging clips and the connectors have been improved in the new model for the better attachment. Better and the power management. This is a key battleground. The original Vertical already had a strong battery specs. Suunto claimed 85 hours in the top GPS mode for solar titanium variants, and in daily mode multiple weeks from Suunto product paid the Vertical packs of the battery life. That's ahead of our competitors. 85 hours in the most accurate GPS settings. In real use, many found the Vertical delivering solid endurance, but with keywist van maps, GPS sensors all active. The new Vertical 2 pushes those limits further. It's in performance mode with dual frequency GPS plus all sensors. It can last 65 hours in lower modes or tour mode. It reaches up to 250 hours in smartwatch non-GPS use. You can get 20 days in test with the GPS plus navigation plus always on display. Real battery drains was about 2% per hour, giving you approximately 50 hours in heavily loaded mode. So compared head to head, Vertical 2 gives more usable battery life under tougher conditions. The trade is that the AMOLED can be more demanding, but Suunto offsets that with a better efficiency and more smart battery modes. Navigation, maps, and routing. One of the Vertical's strong selling points was its offline maps, route imports, and a topographic data. It supports contour line spots, trails, and lets you download maps region to the watch. In use, navigation on the Vertical works well as long as you follow the planned route. The display is clear, and in many environments, GPS holds up well. In Vertical 2, Suunto advanced the navigation further. You still download map regions over Wi-Fi or via phone, and the maps are shown clearly on AMOLED. Route import GPX, Strava, Komoot remains, and you can view route elevations, remaining distance, etc. The difference, the more details, more visual polish and navigation overlays that are smoother and more responsive. But the same limitations remains. Vertical 2 does not auto-recalculate routes. If you deviate off path, if you stray, you will have to manually check map or go back. The ability to store only a limited number of routes, e.g. approximately 10, this is still a constraint even with a big internal storage. Vertical 2 also include the new LED flashlight which can aid in navigation and night features Vertical obviously lacks. Sensors accuracy and performance. For sports tracking, both watches pack strong sensors, but Vertical 2 benefits from upgraded internals. The original Vertical already had dual-band GNSS, multi-frequency barometer, altimeter, compass, temperature sensor, etc. In practice, Vertical GPS performance is solid. In many environments, accuracy is close to the reference tracks in many tasks. Tough in dense forest or under heavy canopy, occasional deviations occurs. Vertical 2 adds a newer optical heart rate sensors, borrowed from the latest Suunto model and a more powerful processors, more memory improved algorithm. This means smoother UI, faster responsive and a better sensor fusion. The improved HR sensors helps reduces error in the variable intensity workouts. In GPS intensive scenarios, Vertical 2 tends to edge ahead in keep tight tracking, especially in challenging terrain, so thanks to more advanced antennas and data processing. When swimming, original Vertical was capable but with limitations. Vertical 2 improved swim tracking through it's not perfect, especially in open water with waves or the choke. In trail runs, mountain rides and the climbing, Vertical 2 has improved processing, gives more consistent elevations and a gradient calculation during activity. The UI feels snapper in switching metrics, zooming maps, etc. User experience and the software polishing. One area where the original Vertical had room to grow used software polish. Sometimes UI lag and map redraw occasional quirk in menu flow were noted, but it had a clean minimal interface, fewer fails, better reliability. Vertical 2 takes advantage of the newer hardware to make the experience feel more fluid. Menus open quicker, transitions are smoother, maps pan faster. The flashlight features adds a tool nobody had in Vertical. But in early firmware versions, the flashlight UI has quirks. Brightness not always remembered. Turning off sometimes leave artifacts long hold structures. Don't work in every context. These are software issues likely flexible via the updates. In general, the user experience is significantly more polished on the new model. Another improvement, internal memory is much larger on Vertical 2. Making room for maps, workout software upgrades, Vertical had limited memory, which could be constraints if you stored many maps and the complex routes. Pros, trade-off, and which to choose. So where each watch shines, Vertical 2 is superior in display usability, smoother navigation and sensor upgrades and battery under demanding use. If you want the latest, most capable tool, it's the better pick. Especially for the new buyers or the upgraders. Vertical still holds strong. Its MIP style display is very power and efficient and in simpler use cases. For users who don't need AMOLED or the flashlight, it remains a solid proven device. If you already own a Vertical and it meets your needs, there's a less pressure to upgrade immediately. Trade-offs. Vertical 2's AMOLED might consume more in certain modes, early firmware crinkles, possibly higher cost. Vertical is more mature in software proven over time and may be more efficient in long exposures, solar, etc. If you are choosing instead of upgrading, go Vertical 2 for features proofing, better visuals and advanced navigation. Go Vertical if you value simplicity, battery efficiency and lower cost already own it. So what is the conclusion? In the face-to-face, Suunto Vertical 2 steps up meaningfully over the original Vertical better display, upgraded sensors and the battery under real use, refined navigation and a more polished experience. The original Vertical still holds respect as a rugged, dependable watch with proven features. If you are in the market today, Vertical 2 is better long-term pick. If you already own Vertical and it works for you, there is no urgent need to jump. But the upgrade is compelling. Thanks for watching Smartwatch Radar. Drop your thoughts in comments. Which one appeals to you more and why? Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss the features, comparisons and reviews. See you in the next video.